Today I'm going to be showing you guys the new best minion setup in Hypixel Skyblock. It was once very good, then it was not, and now it is again. Let's get into it. But before we get into it, I'm going to please ask you to subscribe. We are going for 30k subscribers and the YouTube rank. Every sub helps, and I appreciate you all. But yeah, so the issue with this is if a ton of people do it, it will drop. But as of right now, it's a ton of profit because distillates shouldn't fluctuate an insane amount because there's such a high drop rate on them. I mean, unless a lot of people stop doing blaze. The other thing too is if you decide not to sell the crude, you can craft it into hypergolic and you can just fuel one minion, which is what I'm going to do with this one. Because if each minion is making, what was it, like 1300 crude a day, that's enough for, divided by 6, that's enough for 6 hypergolics. So you can actually sell it as 6 hypergolics, which would make a ton of money. So yeah, so we're going to set up Inferno minions now. We're going to set them all up. We're going to set up 2 more cages just like this. Alright boys, check it in one day after fueling the Inferno minions, just to make sure that the math isn't like super off. We take a look at a tier 2. Generated 7 very crude Gabagool, which is worth 2.5 mil, plus another couple 100k, which would make that 2.8 mil. 2.85 mil per minion. I made 82.6 mil from these minions if I were to collect them all and sell them. I believe the fuel costed me 62 mil, and the only reason why the fuel was so expensive was because Gabagool distillates, I had to buy them at like 475k per or something. It was extremely expensive, and they dropped now, but it's just because I wanted to fuel them, because I wanted to test them. So if they stay around the 300k mark, that's 1.8 mil per minion. That's like 1.85 mil, 1.95 mil per fuel. And if each minion is making 2.8 mil, that's 900k profit times 29 is going to give you 26 mil profit every single day. But here's the kicker. We take a look at my tier 7. This is from 1 hypergolic fuel, 3 vertexes. 3 vertexes. I've never dropped 3 vertexes in one night ever. Now I know they increased it by 2.8 times, but that's still like, that's insane. So 1 hypergolic, which I crafted for I think 14 mil, produced 53 mil worth in vertexes, 6.5 mil worth in crude Gabagool, and like 400k worth of chili peppers. I made a ton of money on this minion. That's insane. The good news is I still need vertexes. But if we take a look, I did buy 60 vertexes for a bill to upgrade this minion. Because if I drop an apex, I want to drop 2 apexes. But there you go. I just made 20 mil off of one night at AFK. I actually made like 55 mil, 56 mil because I dropped 3 vertexes. That's insane. Use this setup. It's worth it. So we have this thing set up. We have 12 minions down. So that would bring the speed of this one to 13.5 roughly, which is pretty good. Each tier 2, this is a tier 2 minion, makes 900k a day.
It's better than slime.
But yeah, easily. Slime is what, 8 mil a day with 31? The issue with this is if a ton of people do it, yes, it will drop. Super compactors turn crude into very crude. Yeah, you can craft fuel with very crude. You can use it to craft 8 fuel Gabagool, which I'm pretty sure this saves you money on sulfuric coal too. But that I'm not positive about. But yeah, you can definitely craft it with very crude Gabagool, which is super nice. Which means you don't have to empty your minions every day. Only whenever you want to take the time to craft a bunch of fuel. And I'm pretty sure very crude sell offer is also the same price as it's just generic crude. Same amount, so you're not losing any money compacting it either. Okay, it doesn't save you any money on sulfuric coal. It's the same price. It just way easier to craft. You have more inventory space. And you don't have to empty your minions out every day. Alright, Puck. Well, this is the setup. It does make money as long as distillates are not 500k like they are now. If distillates go down below 500k, it makes money. If they don't, it technically doesn't make money. But using the math I used before, if you do buy order them, it does make you 30 mil a day. Super, super fun. As a recap, I do want to include that you should be using Tier 1 fuel with Tier 2 minions if you want a cheap setup that's going to make you a steady amount every single day, the 27, 30 mil a day, whatever it is. You want to start with Tier 2 minions. Tier 2 minions because they're only 900k to craft, which I'm pretty sure they used to be 300k, so maybe something's being manipulated, as well as Tier 1 fuel is only 50k per, but obviously with the distillates, it's going to be about 1.8. You're still going to be making a lot of money. I would also like to follow up on the fact that I ended up turning 11 of these, as well as the Tier 10, into Tier 5s. So I turned this Tier 7 into a Tier 10, and I turned these all into Tier 5s, and I started fueling 12 Hypergolics at once. I am just barely staying even between my crude and my vertexes. It does not help that vertexes dropped 3 mil in price from 17.5 to 14.5, so that also is going to hurt my profits. But I am also really only going for chili pepper collection, and at the rate I'm going, I should be done with it in about 2 months, which honestly isn't that bad. Hopefully my purse is not completely depleted by then, because that would suck. But yeah, on average, I'm getting about 10 vertexes a day between fueling all of these with hypergolics. This guy has been my favorite because one night he had 3 and one night he had 4, and he's just a little baby Tier 5. My Tier 10 has been way worse than that Tier 5. I don't know if I've had a night where I've consistently got a single vertex in this one, but they all kind of even out. Let's just pray if I ever get an Apex, I get it in this minion, because then it gets doubled. Does the ability even work now? Does anybody know? Because I'm not sure if they ever fixed that, because I know that it has been broken. I don't know if these have been patched to work with Derpy yet either, which would also be something I'd be interested in knowing. But yeah, very cool. I love how the blaze stack. This is a 7x7x6, and then you just have trapdoors on top of your minions, and you just leave them a little place to spawn, and they'll stack like this. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, please make sure to subscribe, check out the Twitch, join the Discord. Everything can be found there. See you guys later.